Hello everyone, welcome to Carrie's Crochet and Craft. You can see I got the cubicles done yesterday, and so now I'm going to work on putting all this yarn into the cubicles, and hopefully there'll be room to put even more yarn either from this here or just to kind of match, because most of this is blanket yarn. The yarn that I got from Joann's when they were going out of business, which included a lot of blanket yarn, is in tubs out in my shop. And I would love to empty out some of those tubs and also get them on the shelves. So hopefully I can do that. Let's see if I have room. I'm going to start putting these yarns into the cubicles, and we'll see how much room we have after that. And there we have it. And there's room for more. I do, like I said, I have the tubs out in the shop, but I was also remembering I have a whole bunch of blanket yarn inside the house that I had brought in to work on things to make to sell at the markets and whatnot. So I think I better go bring those back out here because they're just taking up space right next to my dining room table. So I'm going to go bring most of those back in, things that I'm not working with at the moment, and we'll fit those in and see where we are from there. It'll probably fill up the rest of this and then some. But it looks so much nicer than that big pile of yarn that was right there. I'm so excited about that. So anyway, let me go get the other yarn and I'll be right back. So this is what was in the house. There's a few more skeins in the house too, but I'm currently working with those, so I left them in there. So I think what's here might actually fill up the rest of the cubicles. So the stuff that's in the garage or the shop is going to have to wait there, I guess. So let's get to work on this. These, the frosted ones, I actually have a whole bunch of them back there, so I will probably not put these on these cubicles for now and just wait until I can get them all together, because I even actually still have some of these out in the tubs in the shop too. So I don't think this is going anywhere. It's a nice scrap to use for something. Making a scrap blanket or a scrappy hat or something. So anyway, except for the frosting skeins, these here, which like I said, I have a whole bunch back there that they need to go with. Aside from those, and then the stuff that's inside that I'm still working with, my shelves are full and nice and mostly neat. That's, whew, that feels really good. I did notice these here. I have like, 6 or 7 or 8 or 6 or so here. And I was like, oh great, I'm gonna have to find a place for them. But I forgot. This is the yarn that my youngest son picked out for me to make a blanket for him. So that's actually something I should probably get to, since I did promise him a blanket. Maybe I can get it done for Christmas for him. I need to find which pattern he picked out though. I wrote his name on a printed out pattern and I'm not sure where that is. So I'll have to look through all of my patterns to find it. So anyway, that's one step down to cleaning up my hobby room. Feels really good. And I have noticed, like inside the house, I also had piles in there. Homeschooling, just piles of this, that, and the other thing. And for Thanksgiving, we hosted, well, we had our family and then my stepdad. And then we told our older boys if they knew of any college kids that weren't going home for the holidays, that we'd invite them over here. So we ended up having about 4 extra people. But that meant I really truly had to get things cleaned up because we needed to be able to fit another table in our larger dining room area. It's kind of a big open space. And I did most of it. I mean, I cleaned up a good portion where the tables needed to go. There was some more areas over in a seating area with the couch and whatnot that we just had to pack into boxes and put in our room and then bring them back out after the dinner was over. So I still need to go through that, but I can't tell you how good it feels to have that mess finally cleaned up. It sits on my brain like I walk by it and I'm like, I know I gotta clean that up. But to clean that up, I gotta do this, and to do that, I gotta do that, and then this and that and the other thing, and it just becomes overwhelming, and you just don't do anything because it takes a lot of work to get going, and maybe I don't have the time. Maybe I only have 5 minutes to clean up, but that's not enough because a lot of times when I clean up, I make a bigger mess as I sort things out in the areas that they need to go to, and then if I don't have time to finish that process of organizing and sorting, then I have to pile it all back up to work on another time. But to have it all taken care of, it allows me to be able to think about other things. So if I want to be creative, it helps to have this big mess gone, because now I can think, oh yeah, I wanted to work on that project, the blanket project, and I have time because I don't have this sitting on my head. It is such a good feeling. And once I get the rest of this room taken care of, it's going to be even better. So I'm going to have, I don't know, hopefully weekly, a weekly video about cleaning up my hobby room because it needs to be done. And I'll bring you along with me, and you guys can see the beginning to the end with me. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time. Bye. I just had to do a quick shot of me with my wall of yarn behind me. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Anyway, just had to do it.